Ethan Carter was 27 years old. He worked long hours in a crowded city office, surrounded by fluorescent lights and the constant hum of computers. Each day felt heavier than the last. Ethan had always been honest, but lately, his honesty seemed to cost him more than it gave. At work, colleagues who bent the truth climbed the ladder faster. At home, his own doubts gnawed at him. He felt trapped in a cycle of frustration and self-doubt. One rainy evening, Ethan sat at his small apartment window, watching the city lights blur in the rain. His mind raced with worries about bills, missed promotions, and the growing sense that he wasn't good enough. He wanted to be better, smarter, more successful, but he didn't know how to align that with who he was. He felt powerless over his own thoughts. Every decision seemed tangled in fear and uncertainty. The next morning, Ethan heard about a seminar at a local community center. The speaker was known as Mr. Harris, a retired executive turned mentor, famous for teaching people how to gain control over their minds and make life-changing decisions. Something about the description caught Ethan's attention. He decided to attend. When Ethan entered the seminar room, it smelled faintly of coffee and old books. The chairs were arranged in a circle, and a few people were quietly chatting. Mr. Harris was an older man, with silver hair, kind eyes, and a calm presence that seemed to quiet the room immediately. He spoke slowly, deliberately, making every word feel important. Control over your mind is the foundation of honesty, Mr. Harris said. When you control your thoughts, you control your actions. And when you control your actions, you control your life. Ethan leaned forward. The words resonated. For the first time, he felt a sense of possibility. After the seminar, Ethan approached Mr. Harris. I want to be more honest with myself and others, but I feel like my mind is against me, he admitted. Mr. Harris smiled gently. Then you need practice, not just advice. You need a task that forces your mind to act with clarity and truth. He handed Ethan a small notebook. For the next 30 days, record every thought you have that tempts you to lie or exaggerate. Include every excuse, every justification. And every night, reflect on why you wanted to be dishonest and how it made you feel. Then write one truthful action you took that day, no matter how small. Ethan took the notebook, feeling a mix of anxiety and determination. He didn't know if he could do it, but he wanted to try. The first day was chaotic. At work, he wanted to take credit for a project partially done by a colleague. The thought came quickly, whispering that it would make him look better. He caught himself, wrote it in the notebook, thought, take credit for team project. Reason, fear of being overlooked. Feeling, guilty and anxious. Then he corrected his behavior. During the afternoon meeting, he praised his team openly. He wrote, truthful action, gave proper credit to the team in front of manager. The next few days were harder. Every time Ethan caught himself thinking about lying, rationalizing, or hiding the truth, he wrote it down. Each entry felt like a confrontation with his own mind. The notebook began to fill with messy, uncomfortable thoughts. One morning, his boss asked him to manipulate a report to make the department's performance look better. Ethan froze. His mind raced, if I do this, I might get a promotion. If I don't, I risk being seen as uncooperative. He felt a surge of panic. That night, Ethan wrote in the notebook, thought, manipulate report for recognition. Reason, fear of failure. Feeling, anxious, conflicted. He hesitated, then wrote, truthful action, prepared report accurately and explained issues honestly. The next day, his boss was frustrated but respected Ethan's honesty. A colleague whispered, I don't know how you can be so bold. Ethan felt a strange pride. For the first time, his actions matched his values. As the days passed, Ethan noticed patterns in his thoughts. Most of his dishonest impulses came from fear of judgment, fear of missing out, fear of failure. He realized that his mind was not inherently against him. It was simply trying to protect him in misguided ways. The key was to notice the fear and respond with truth rather than avoidance. One evening, after 3 weeks of practice, Ethan met Mr. Harris again. "How is it going?" the mentor asked. Ethan smiled, holding the notebook. "It's not easy, but I'm starting to see the patterns. I notice the thoughts before they control me. I make a choice." Mr. Harris nodded. "And that choice is everything. Honesty is not just saying the truth to others. It is aligning your mind with reality and acting from that alignment. Control comes from awareness and deliberate action." Ethan reflected on his journey. He remembered the nights when he felt overwhelmed, when his thoughts were noisy and conflicting. He remembered the moments he chose truth over convenience. Those choices reshaped his confidence. On the 30th day, Ethan sat at his favorite park bench, notebook in hand. The sun was low, casting long shadows across the path. He reviewed the month's entries. The notebook was filled with fear, temptation, and triumph. He realized that controlling his mind was not about eliminating dishonest thoughts. It was about observing them, understanding them, and making conscious choices. He had become calmer, more decisive. His interactions at work were more genuine. He felt less anxious in social situations. The weight of constant self-doubt had lifted. Honesty had become a habit, not a burden. Ethan returned to Mr. Harris for the final session. "I understand now," he said. "Controlling my mind is about awareness, reflection, and consistent action. It's about giving myself the power to choose honesty, even when it's uncomfortable." Mr. Harris smiled warmly. "Exactly. The mind is powerful, but only when you direct it consciously. Control your mind, and you control your life. Honesty is your compass." Ethan left the session feeling renewed. The city streets felt different. The noises, the crowds, even the fluorescent lights at work no longer overwhelmed him. He had found clarity within himself. Over the following months, Ethan applied the lesson in every area of life. He stopped exaggerating accomplishments. He admitted mistakes openly. He listened with focus, responded with integrity, and avoided the trap of fear-driven thoughts. Opportunities came naturally, relationships improved, and he felt a sense of freedom he had never known. One evening, Ethan spoke to a friend who was struggling with self-doubt. "It's not about never having bad thoughts," he said. "It's about noticing them, understanding them, and choosing truth instead. You gain control over your mind, and that changes everything." His friend looked at him with curiosity. Ethan smiled. "It works. Start small. One day at a time. Be honest with yourself first. Everything else follows." The lesson Ethan learned was simple yet profound. Control your mind. Observe your thoughts. Choose your actions consciously. Honesty is not a rule to follow but a practice to embody. Fear and doubt will always arise, but they do not define your choices. Your mind, when trained, becomes a tool for clarity, integrity, and empowerment. For viewers, the takeaway is clear. Your mind can be your greatest ally or your fiercest enemy. Notice your thoughts. Reflect on your impulses. Take deliberate, honest action. Start with small steps, acknowledge your temptations, confront your fears, and act with integrity. Every choice strengthens your control, shapes your character, and defines your path. Ethan's story shows that controlling your mind is a skill, not a trait. It requires patience, awareness, and courage. Begin today. Write your thoughts, confront your impulses, and act with honesty. You will discover clarity, confidence, and freedom in ways you never imagined. Remember, honesty begins within. Control your mind, control your actions, and transform your life. If this story inspired you, take a moment to reflect on one area in your life where you can apply honesty. Like, share, and subscribe to continue learning lessons that can change your life. Your journey starts with a single deliberate choice.